for the Hull KR ones. I don't think the St Helens players were particularly pleased that the Hull KR stadium announcer decided to announce KR back on the pitch right in the middle of their little huddle. But we're ready to go. Let's rejoin Jonathan and Dave.
Thanks very much, fellas. Only right we mention Mark Aston of Ireland and Steve McCormack, Scotland's coach, Iestyn Harris of Wales. Good luck to those boys as well. And even Richard Agar, who'll be coaching the French team, of course, but another proud Englishman who'll be involved in the World Cup at the end of this year, alongside Steve McNamara, coach of England. What a terrific tournament it promises to be. So we're underway this second half here. Hull Kingston Rovers leading by 16 points to 6 against St Helens. And a reminder, or to tell you for the first time if you've just joined us, Francis Melly sent off for a very high, any higher, he'd have missed. High tackle on Craig Hall in that first half. So for the remainder of this game, St Helens down to 12 men and trailing by 10. But they have it in their DNA, don't they? They have it in their DNA to recover lost causes, St Helens, so we will not be writing them off just yet.
Yeah, I've no doubt that offensively they'll be there, you know, get over the try limit, and defensively it'll be the problem. You know, if they can keep Hull KR out with them on short.
Here comes the six. Sorry, Brian.
It's the stuff of legend, isn't it? We all know what St Helens can do when they've got a full complement of players and flamboyant, but they've got to roll their sleeves up now, and I agree, they've got to do things like this.
There's Makinson, and Makinson's got space here. Had he got away from Eden, he would have been a try scorer, as he was. Eden, the full-back, got in there to make a very, very big tackle. Very important tackle as well. Here's Turner, holding it up and off to Wellens. So good start here for St Helens, who are making good early ground inside the Hull Kingston Rovers half. Big hit forward by Clough. Played in a couple of Challenge Cup finals, of course, Paul Clough. Wilkin, not the best of balls from him, but it's caught safely enough by Percival, who's managed to force a gap for himself here. And very nearly finds a way through as well. Mark Percival only scored 2 tries in his senior career, both here. Here's O'Hire. He's tackled. But this is the last now, so St Helens within touching distance. Wilkin again, carrying it as far as he can. He might have forced a mistake there. I think this might be a try.
That's a try.
I think this might be a try, because I think it was Eden who had a grab at it and played on the St Helens man. Now, for technical reasons, we can't hear from Steve Ganson in this second half. So as he has a look at this and talks about it, let's talk about it amongst ourselves. Try or no try? Paul Wellens here?
I think it's a try.
Yeah, my first reaction is it's a try.
Onside, offside is the first question.
Definitely onside.
It was a clean knock-on, wasn't it?
Yeah, Eden plays at it. He picks the ball up, falls, puts the ball down, try.
Well, they're just having a look at this to make sure the grounding is absolutely spot on. Paul Wellens rolling over, touching it down.
That'll be one of Paul Wellens' easiest tries he has ever scored in his career.
Didn't have to go far, did he? Steve Ganson's made his decision, we've made ours. I think we might be in agreement here. It is a try. St Helens have found a route back into this game right at the start of the second half. Big moment from Tom Makinson right at the start of it to set them up. And a little bit of a rollover at the end from Paul Wellens to win the jackpot. Try St Helens.
Well, just a couple of worries for Coach Sandercock there in relation to 2 easy breaks. One Makinson on the kick chase, and then I think it was Josh Jones that just blistered through the middle towards the back end of the play and within the score.
Makinson has just squeezed it the right side of the upright. So what about this for a scoreline? Hull Kingston Rovers 16, St Helens 12. All the dominance they've had. A man sent off, and still it's poised for that reason.
Here's the kick. Sounds very difficult to take. He's got to take those to full back.
Game on, 16-12. 3 minutes of the second half played.
Well, I think this game revolves around, with still 35 minutes to go in this second half, how St Helens defend, because I think Hull Kingston will get some ball at that end of the field, and they're capable of posting points, as we've seen. And I still think Saints can score, so this is all about Saints' defence.
And again, I think, you know, with the wind behind them now, they've got to kick early. The 40-20 is still on.
Back to me, back to me.
Say from Tanya Arnold, who's down on the touchline, he's been hearing from both camps at half-time. Here's a kick from Wilkin, it's not going to go out of play. So, Tanya, what have we heard?
Yes, given what you were saying about that try, Craig Sandercock told his team to be disciplined and complete their sets, get on top of Saints and dominate with the extra man. Nathan Brown's words, this was still possible, that they could still win this game, but he was looking pretty solemn at half-time, but he's told his team to give of their best and tidy up on the basics.
Here's Lovegrove smashing away through, they're trying to. There's left half on the floor. Now Braidley's get up, there he goes, running past your screen. Trying to get back in a defensive position, pretending nothing hurts, but he's going to be shaking from top to bottom.
His jaw hurts.
Go, 4.
Eden.
Move!
Put down well enough by Wellens. Here's 5 tackles, here comes the last, so Dobson again. Just looking for a bit of a space there, making Makinson work hard. He has worked hard, and again he's found a bit of space. He's a winger by natural choice, isn't he? Tony Makinson. He's been playing in that full-back position a fair few times this season. He looks okay there,
He looks
doesn't he?
very good. He looks very solid. He's taken some high balls in the first half. He's returned the ball very well at the start of the second half. He looks dangerous.
Here's Gardner, very much the old school winger on the pitch here today.
Go, 3, okay.
Alongside David Hodgson. Soriano manages to offload. Here's Gardner again involved. It's been at Saints a long time now, Eddie Gardner, hasn't he? It's 12 years since he signed from Barrett. Taken down by Clough. Here comes a 6th tackle. Jagged through by Wellens again. Greg Eden's running across here, knowing he's inside the in-goal area. He wants to get out of that, looks for the shortest route, finds it. And very nearly gets dragged to the touchline, does get dragged to the touchline, but the referee had already shouted held. There was a bit of dragging involved. I think that was the key thing there, wasn't it? He was being dragged.
You know, I think they've either got to shout held before they start dragging, and they can't just shout held in the middle of the drag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dobson with a line clearer. Down he goes, and then off he goes.
Well, it looked like a penalty because it was untidy, but I agree with Jonathan. They needed an early call there so they could bail out on the pull and have great field position in relation to the kick.
Yeah, it was a great kick.
Richard Beaumont, the latest man in. Good to see him back on the field. He's had a couple of years of really horrendous injuries. That young man has hardly played at all in the last couple of years. Richard Beaumont. Here's Dobson.
I think Hull have just got to play now. They kind of stopped playing, haven't they? They've gone from throwing the ball up, been expansive, they're just taking up the middle a little bit.
Dobson probing down that left side. Here comes Welland. Compass Mentis again. And this is the last. So Dobson with a kick, just about gets it away under pressure from Hurth. It's going to drop into the hands of Turner, who's on his fingertips, taken up very well.
It was just dangling there, wasn't it, the ball, and it was great kick defence because Ohio got in the way of the chasers and gave him the opportunity to get up there and get the ball.
Just about stuck, chewing up on his fingertips. Here's Ohio. Wilkin again just hammering it downfield, looking for distance here and hoping it holds in the in-goal area. That'll be the best possible result here, and it does. So Hodgson's got work to do. He does well to get away from the first defender and the second, and almost past the third. Gardner, the man who made the despairing tackle in the end.
It's a great chase by McCarthy Scarsbrook. Prop forward, he's just right up there.
It's Chris Weller trying to push his way through.
They just need another kicking option, St Helens, don't they? Just need one more kicking option.
Dobson. Dobson on that blind side's giving it away, trying to get the offload away, throwing it straight to Eddie Gardner. So St Helens given cheap possession here. Kingston Rovers making a rod for their own back.
Sandercock, the coach, is pulling his hair, isn't he?
Here's Pulatua.
Go.
32 minutes of absorbing rugby league still to go here. 4 points the difference. St Helens
Go.
doing their level best to
He's on.
get their way back into this game. Here's O'Hara. Wellens back to the middle and Sia Soliola.
Soliola runs hard, doesn't he?
Move. Go.
Picked up by O'Hara. Left to Wellens.
Pass.
Can't find a way through. Ohio stands. Here comes a 6. So a little bit of organising to do here. What do they do? What do they do? Back it goes to Wilkin. On the right foot tries to kick. Was that played out? Yes, it was. The referee said that Corey Patterson played it there. So it's another set, but then Corey Patterson steals the ball off Wilkin and gets himself out of a little bit of trouble.
It's little things that win your games and change your games, because Saints had 6 to go again and Patterson took the ball off Wilkin. What a momentum changer.
Okay, I just need to settle down a little bit.
Wait, mate,
They're
wait.
trying to score on every play now in the attack.
Big blasting hits going forward.
That's it.
Solid in attack, solid in defence. Something will give again before this game is out of that, we're sure. Here's Lovegrove, is put down. But on the last tackle, 5th tackle, and 40 metres away from his own line. So they're looking for a good kick to finish again here. Measured, but not measured well enough, but caught on the fall by Tommy Makinson. So a chance for him to run it back a little further than he might.
Move. Back.
It might be the win factor, as Jiffy pointed out, but they're certainly starting their sets with a little bit of kick pressure, and the wind against some Saints are starting their sets further up the field. They're advancing by set further up the field, aren't they?
How much work is John Wilkin doing, by the way, because he's in 30 tackles, he's topping the tackle count, which is not an easy thing to say, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's also involved a lot of the general play down the middle as well.
That's a hole.
Howard, on it goes to Soliola, strides through. This is a try for Percival. Percival runs away. Mark Percival. It's his 3rd senior try, and all 3 have been scored on this ground now. He loves coming to Hawkinston Rovers.
He likes it.
And he's got them level again at 16 points apiece.
That's great play by St Helens. They really cut them open there.
Well, what a start to this second half for Saints.
Well, it's O'Hara again, who just probing around the ruck. Great six man. Wilkin gets the ball out the back to Howarth, who releases Soliola, and Percival just has to finish the play. But great reaction football from around the ruck on the back of what Lance O'Hara did. Saw somebody on the ground, exploited that ruck. The Saints players pushed in numbers and had the execution of skill to just get over the line.
If you're watching on and you don't know St Helens or Mark Percival, I think only 3 tries. It's something like, I think it's only 6th appearance, by the way. He scored 2 tries here a couple of weeks ago when they came and lost St Helens in the Super League, and he's scored 1 here now, which gives those St Helens supporters hope of getting away with a Challenge Cup win here.
I think they've realised with the wind at their backs, you know, it's very difficult to defend near your own goal line. So an early kick, make Hull KR attack from distance. And now they're not blitzing in the opposition half. They're standing off and drifting, which makes it easier to defend with 12 men.
Nickerson puts this over. It's the first time St Helens have led today. Here he goes, and he has, and they do. 16 points for Hawkinston Rovers, 18 for St Helens. They've dug themselves out of a rather large hole here, Saints. But there's still plenty of digging to do with 1 man short and plenty of time to go.
Yeah, Hyatt just takes the ball, sucks the 2 defenders in. Great running again. Soliola. Easy finish. Percival.
McManus, the St Helens chairman, looking on. He'll be hoping for a good cup run as well, of course, as they all will be, whether you're chairman or supporter or player or coach. This competition matters. McCarthy Scarsbrook taking it in. This side Millwall have already played at Wembley this year in the FA Cup semi-final, hoping to go one further with St Helens. Here's Soliola, good ripping run by him, and House there in support again. It's given away. Corey Patterson right at the centre of it once again, and Hawkinston Rovers back in position here.
It's a great run again, Soliola, but he just needs to hold that and get a kick in. Now they put themselves under pressure, you know, with a man short.
Mickey Payer driving it in. 15 metres away. Keel Carlisle at dummy half. Dobson on his inside. Travis Burns along to Eden. Eden with a pass that's knocked down by Turner. saved a try-scoring moment, but has given away 6 tackles that might set up plenty more try-scoring moments.
I can't believe we've only had 13 minutes of this second half. What a great game. Exciting game. Taking the Carbs, nothing else to do but do that.
You can get a message to Chris Percival.
Yeah, Brian mentions momentum swings, and the momentum totally with St Helens. Great break again by Soliola, and then he just throws a miracle pass, and now momentum has swung LKR's way.
Behind for the first time, Hull Kingston Rovers, 53 minutes of the game gone, but what a position they find themselves in here. 10 yards away and 6 tackles to have a real go at a St Helens line that is short of 1.
Move!
Keal Carlisle up a dummy half.
On the line.
Options right and left. He's going to go left, and a heavy hit forward in the first instance by Konstantin Mika, who's held up only 5 yards away. Carlisle's there again. Bends his back and throws to Dobson. Dobson trying to make things happen. Little dummy throw. St Helens defenders not buying, not on this occasion.
Release! Great!
And Burns will play, and Carlisle will pick up, and left to Dobson again, and Dobson looks out and sees there's plenty of numbers. Patterson with a pass. Hodgson has to hesitate to catch, and that hesitation meant the opportunity was lost.
Yeah, the execution of the pass was just made there. Hodgson just checked there.
Here's Dobson again now. Josh Hodgson, driven forward by Mickey Pear. Every time he hits the line, it's another 10-15 steps before he's eventually stopped. And that's the 5th, and here comes the last. St Helens hanging on grimly again. Out to Dobson. Dobson, he's carried it beyond his runners. Couldn't get the kick away because his runners are in front of him, and the opportunity's gone.
Yeah, I tell you what, his work rate has been immense, Soliola, hasn't it? With the ball, without the ball, just immense.
Hats off to St Helens defending, by the way.
I think he's been the difference, Jiffy.
Yeah, he has.
Soliola.
I think he has. And also now just complete the set, get a kick in, and make them attack from distance.
Look at the carries here.
Back with me, back.
Look how they're getting themselves out of trouble. LaFranchi up, Ohio gets up, sees that he's got a bit of space in which to kick here. Make them do the work. Why should we be doing the work? Getting outfield.
Good
Let them
chase.
do the hard labour. And Eden finds his way blocked. Wilkins down again.
Yeah, looking tired now, the Hull KR players as well, haven't they? It's a long way to go, though.
2. Move!
25 minutes, just under. And there's only one score the difference here. We tried to write the game off in the first half with Hull Kingston Rovers. We're having all that pressure and getting the one-man advantage, and the game was not to be written off.
Pick the tempo up a little bit now, the Hull KR.
This is the 6th, the next one. So Dobson collects, and left-footed high it goes again. Makerson's coming across, Turner's underneath it. Makerson bombers off him, it spills through the hands, and here's Eden! Eden for the corner! Has he got there? Has he got there? Lots of questions here. Craig Hall might have knocked it on, which would cancel out the try at the very least. And another question is, did Eden actually get there and get the touchdown?
Well, I think Eden definitely got the touchdown. It's just a question of, was there a knock-on by a Hull KR player? First knock-on was from St Helens. Great up and under, but is it a second knock-on? There's the first, definitely first knock-on.
Now, let's have a look at this one.
Becomes a free play here, doesn't it?
Need a drink,
Yeah,
mate.
but if he knocks it on, he can't
Drink,
play on.
Rich.
Yeah,
He
that's
knocks
not-
on.
Knock-on.
Well, it'd be nice to see another angle just to make absolutely sure. Just to underline this, we're not making a decision here. We're just talking about the decision that is being made by Steve Ganson,
Knock-on.
who has clearly seen that there was a knock-on there from Craig Hall. Head and feet for Hull KR here, though, isn't it?
It was a fabulous non-finish then, wasn't it? Adjudicated there, we can't see for the green linesman there, the back of the linesman. It was a fair finish.
Well, we're having a look at this again, so maybe he's not made a decision yet here, Steve Ganson. Have a look at this. Makinson gets up, and we know this probably doesn't matter in terms of whether it's a try or not. knock-on from Mekinson, which means it's now Hulkingston Rovers head and feed at the very least here.
That has got to be a knock-on.
Well, is he trying to see if it goes backwards or not? It's obviously not. Well, it looks at this stage. Well, there's Mekinson's knock-on.
Booming off his chest.
And now this is the one in question. Hall, yeah. Knock-on.
Or does it go backwards?
Yes. I would be very harsh on St Helens if he awards that try.
Well, I think you could find any number of outcomes, couldn't you, from a lot of these video referee decisions, but I think this one is going to be fairly straightforward here. It is a decision that Steve Ganson has made, and he's going to tell us what it is in just a moment. Big moment of the game. If this is given, then Hull KR are back level again, back in front again, I should say. At the very least, Hulkingston Rovers will get head and feed here. They do, no try, and Hulkingston Rovers get the head and feed, so they will at least have the chance to have a go at their opponent's line again here for the next 6.
Michael.
They put some big guns back out there. Mika's back out there, Payer's back out there to dint this St Helens line around the middle and attract some defenders so that Dobson can open up the fringes again.
24 minutes left to play. Hulkingston Rovers 16, St Helens 18. Hulkingston Rovers sniffing a bit of glory again here. Here's Wellham. He was smelling salts a little earlier in the game, wasn't he?
Back. Hold 10.
This is Carlisle at dummy half. Adam Walker trying to force his way through.
2.
Still tackles in the back here. They've set themselves up a good position with 4 tackles to go. Scamper from acting half again. Out it comes. Oh, Greg Eden! Just the faintest of dummies shown, and the entire defence seemed to take it. It opened up like the parting of the Red Sea. Greg Eden is in and trying to put Hulkingston Rovers back in the lead, and they don't come much easier than that.
And again, it's the left-hand side defence for St Helens. Great play by this player. Just watch one dummy runner. Wellens steps in. Or higher. You know, he's caught in no man's land once again. Just watch number 1, Wellens. He buys the dummy runner there, and then he just exposes the higher on the outside. Very difficult.
I think one thing in Paul Wellens' defence is he's a fullback. He's not used to defending the line regularly, and when those lead runners, those runners that are running at the line to attract defenders, he takes the hook there, does Paul Wellens, which exposes Lancer higher, and it's a free running for Eden. So he just needed to move on there, Paul Wellens, but it's real easy to say and difficult to do.
It's the quality of the runner as well, the dummy runner.
Here's Dobson to add the 2. He makes no mistake with that one, so 22 points to 18. It's Hulkingston Rovers as the seesaw tips again back in their favour. St Helens, will they have a response again here? It's a terrific cup tie, but it's going the distance. Just over 20 minutes left to play, and nobody knows for sure who will be in the hat for the 5th round on Monday. Ferguson with a restart. Oh, Eden. A little bit of a juggle. His heart would have been in his mouth. He'd be very relieved. Because, I mean, he is a brilliant attacking player, Greg Eden, isn't he? But there's those little mistakes in his game that he needs to get rid of.
You're diving forward.
Just about hung on. Nathan Brown was his coach at Huddersfield and talked about him as being like Billy Slater. I don't think he ever said he was as good as Billy Slater at this stage. But in terms of an attacking runner, he had the potential to be as good.
3. Move! This for me. Oh, mate, wait. Go, 3.
It's Carlisle spinning it away. Here's Corey Patterson. It's a nice little offload from Patterson to Dobson to keep St Helens on their toes and keep Hulkingston Rovers flowing. The tackle on Salter by Ohio. Dobson. Inside again, big push forward by Mickey Pearce, and again he makes yards after the initial contact. That was the 5th. Here comes the last. Dobson searching out a bit of green on that right-hand side, making some shuffles across, knowing that he's going to get flattened here. Dobson's up there to make the tackle, and plenty of support from his teammates as well. Here's Gardner.
2. Move!
And Ohio taking a glance around, left and right. What's he got on here? As he waits at dummy half. Wilkin again with a kick. Now this could be interesting. Oh, it just holds up on the bounce. Unlucky for Wilkin, because had he carried on, it would have been a 40-20.
That was a good kick. It just checked. Wrong way for St Helens.
Hodgson. Good chase by Saints to make sure they keep them down there. There's two defenders out there making their job. And there's Welland. Dobson against Stanton Waits. Here he comes. And Frankie and McCarthy Scarsbrook doing the job in the middle. Hodgson eventually put on his back. Josh Hodgson, that is. No relation, by the way, not even from the same country, Josh and David. Here's Dobson again. Oh, he looked on the inside, hoping that Ian might have approached, but there was nobody there.
Go, 4.
Push again.
Last.
Walker.
Wait, Josh, go, last.
And this is the last tackle again now. Dobson
No,
putting it high, spinning it up there. Turner's underneath it. He'll hear the hooves stumbling towards him, and one of those was Hall, but very, very well taken by Jordan Turner a couple of times now.
Was it a couple of times? On the fingertips.
Doesn't instill you with a lot of confidence, doesn't he, Jordan Turner?
He's caught them. That's all that matters.
He's caught them, I know, but it's a very difficult skill. You know, the winger, they're all rushing at you. You're isolated there.
There's McCarthy Scarsbrook trying to push his way through again.
4. Move!
What's the fourth? Here comes the fifth tackle now. St Helens
Tackle 4.
trying to find a bit of width
Last.
on this left-hand side.
Back with me.
Fire, O'Hire,
Go.
inside. Makerson with a kick.
40.
Has he found his man? Yes, he has. Unfortunately for him, it's straight into the hands of David Hodgson. So again, he runs it back.
Shot.
And what is it you coaches say? The arm wrestle? It's all now, isn't it? Push one way, push the other.
Yeah, it is.
Go. 1.
Welland.
2. Move!
Dobson.
Go. 2.
And at dummy half again as Hulkingston Rovers look to make their way down the field.
3.
Just to remind you that St Helens down a man, 13 against 12. So it's they who are likely to tire the most as Dobson takes on that line and has found a way through. Michael Dobson makes his back to make another very important tackle. There was a touch there, an attempted steal by St Helens means that there's another 6 tackles for Hulkingston Rovers here. Why have they gone so early? Why have they gone so early? Well, the kick might still pay dividends. Collected by Wellens, and is he going to get in? Well, he has. The referee's having a look here. There's about 8,000 people who bellowed their disbelief.
I don't think Burns knew it was back to 1.
Couldn't have.
Down the ball. Tackle 1.
A few questions here.
Referee just having a look here.
Is the ball out? Did Wellens ground the ball?
No, I don't think he was tackled, Wellens.
No.
I don't think he was allowed to get back into the field of play. I think the tackler did.
There's the kick. I don't think it goes out to play, it bounces. That doesn't go to play. Craig Hall does exceptionally well. Just watch. He's off, that's in play. Wellens doesn't ground the ball. So it's as we were.
You talk about Paul Wellens' instincts at full back. That's when we saw them at their very best, isn't it? In that in-goal area.
Well, it's whether the ball hits the ground with Wellens in contact, and that'll be deemed technically to have been grounded. It gets in the field of play there. It's the initial one on when the flick in from Hall as to whether he grounds the ball there.
Well, he's okay on that. Well, the video referee, having satisfied himself about that, will want to know is here, as we've been saying, does he ground the ball there? Does the elbow hit the ground when the tackle is made? What do you reckon?
I reckon that's play on.
Yeah, it is.
I reckon it's play on as well.
Tackle 1.
So he has got away with it there.
Mate, let's go.
And full marks to Paul Wellens for getting out of that problem there. And St Helens might feel a little relief there because they should have been facing another 5 tackles, shouldn't they?
Go, 2.
Early kick in the tackle count.
3.
Not coming off.
Wait.
Now the Hulkingston Rovers fans lift their voices again because they know this is a big set defensively here. Keep St Helens at this end of the field. get the ball back in a good position.
Go, 4.
Wilkingston Rovers 94 tackles, St Helens 127 tackles they've made so far. So how many is that? 6, 7 extra sets.
Back onside, Keel. Good. Well done, mate.
And Wilkingston Rovers making far more metres than their opponents here today. Kick by Ohio.
40.
Here's Eden. Ball in both hands, has a look at that gap and fancies he can get his way through, but he can't. He's tackled.
Back up, Louis.
So this is Dobson now. Holker just taking their time to get behind the ball, all their men behind the ball, conserving energy here. Digging deep, both sides running low on fuel in a game that's drawn an awful lot.
Wait, go, 3.
Blast down the middle, arm free potentially for the offload, not delivered. Carlisle stands and waits. Here's Dobson running on, taking on that line and then throws it left to Eden, who juggles again and lost it. St Helens are allowed to play on. McCarthy Scarsborough comes up with it, and St Helens have it back again. It's breathless.
It is.
That's Greenwood.
You just feel Hull KR score one try again. That just might be enough for the tiring, 12 players of St Helens. But you can never, ever write off the St Helens side.
Here's Ohio. Wellens. Dummy shown. Travis Burns is not in the mood to buy on that occasion. Here's Ohio again. These yards are being earned, aren't they? Really earned. And here's a man who can get a few more than most. Walmsley. Shirts up again. Shorts are down. Gets some that fits on. Here comes the pass along the line to Howarth. Howarth tries a little clever kick through. That is clever. Got a bit of space. Now Makinson. He tries to kick through. They're all chasing him. There are plenty back in red, including Wellham. Wellham, though, is going to be pinned there, is he? Some really clever footwork from St Helens has bought them another set of 6, forcing the drop out underneath the sticks.
Yeah, it's very, very good plays, Brian.
That's high skill. Howard's first kick in the play. They regathers. Makinson on the inside. He puts it to the toe as well with great skill and great touch, and they get themselves 6 more plays. Another swing.
Wilkins the Rovers' turn to try and slow things down underneath their sticks here.
Well, it's the first time St Helens have had good field position for a while. Well, they'll be trying to exploit the good field position.
Good. Come on. Time's off, yeah.
Maybe concerned, Craig Sandercock. To be fair, that's also his happy face and his sad face, Craig Sandercock. He is not a man who expresses a lot of emotions.
Time back on.
And they've gone for the short one, but they reckon might have forced a knock on. The referee says it hasn't. So St Helens are given prime position straight away. There's Gardner taking it in at height. Collects a dummy half.
Cody Patterson lined him up there, didn't he?
Backwards.
Ball's gone backwards, the referee says, and there's a bit of a gap here again. Ohio just nudged out of the way by Eden. Ohio gives him a cuff round the cheek. Old man to young man, get out of my space. Here comes Lance Ohio now, the Kiwi. Wilkin. Nowhere to go just at the moment for Mark Percival. Or is there? No. A couple of tackles to go. St Helens camped here. Still trailing by 4. Wilkin puts the kick in. It's a slowish chase. Plenty back again in red, and they will get back into space, will they? Yes. Travis Burns, shoulder charge. He's been hit with a shoulder charge. So it's a penalty for Wilkingston Rovers.
I think there was poor communication there. John Wilkin put a lovely little kick in, but no one seemed to react out wide. And then a silly shoulder by Jordan Turner will relieve the pressure of LKR. There it is. Puts a tackle in there, he just keeps him in goal, doesn't he, rather than the shoulder.
We've seen it a few times in this particular game, but Brian, how difficult is it to get it out of the player's psyche? Because it is a new rule. I'm choking here. But how difficult, instincts, in terms of instincts on the pitch, how difficult is it to reprogram yourself to avoid the shoulder charge?
Not necessarily a new rule, it's a new penalty, if you like, and we outlawed the shoulder charge, and if you're used to doing that, then all your pre-season you spend around just wrapping your arms around, and when these outside people that are running at quite a pace and have been used to doing that and causing an impact, it's difficult to adjust, but he was capable of making a tackle there for me.
Here's Wellham.
Oh, Louis. Go, 4.
Eden. It's Mickey Pear.
Last. 5.
That's the 5th. Here comes the last. Carlisle spinning it out to Dobson. Dobson looking for the green grass again. He bounces it.
Oh, no.
A little bit of football skills provided by Jordan Turner and rugby league skills required to find some way through that ribbon line of red defenders. They were all up together as a man. Here comes Walmsley. Good effort by Alex Walmsley. Big lift by him.
That's a great run.
Young man who was wowing the championship last year, doing it in a big time this.
Move! Squad, George. Go, 3.
Wilkin. Howell. Here's McCarthy Scarsbrook.
4. Move!
Finding position. 4 tackles gone. 2 to go. O'Hire again. Here's Wilkins spinning it back to Howard. Showed the dummy. Running into Reese Lovegrove, and he's going to take the tackle. That was 5. Here comes the last.
Right, this has got to go up on Greg Eden now.
Wilkin on the right foot, the less natural foot for kicking for him. Eden's the man who's caught it. Percival's up there. Gardner's up there. Soliola's up there. Eden has still found a way back to safety. Halkin was down for the fullback.
That's a great effort by the fullback. Tackle should have been made though.
Long arm reached out. His team needed that. Boy, did his team need that. When he looked second favourite, third favourite to get beyond him. Just got there.
Nearly got away, Hodgson.
Here's Dobson up a dummy half, building a bit of momentum, bit of speed here. Trying to push St Helens back.
The game can swing on small things, Charlie. For every day of the week, you thought, OK, we tackled in goal there, and a brilliant play from Eden.
Lovegrove. Keeping the ball free in his right arm. Maurice Lovegrove. Travis Burns spinning it into Dobson again, and Dobson with a kick. Should be and is an easy take for Gardner.
And what they've done is the Hull forwards have made far greater yardage in the last 20 minutes, which has made it an easier kicking game then for Dobson. And now Saints are, turning the ball deeper in their own half.
Soliola.
That's 3. Move! Go!
Bit of responsibility falling on the outside backs in the early stages of this set. That's good from Walmsley again. Wellens throwing it wide to Turner. Turner with a step back on the inside, finding a bit of a gap to get there. Travis Burns putting the brakes on, holding him round the waist and putting him down. O'Hire now picks up. Wilkin out to Howarth. Howarth looking for the inside ball. Soliola had gone past it, but Wilkin's still there. Here's Walmsley again. Trapped in 3 defenders.
He's played well, Walmsley, isn't he?
He's a terrific young prospect. I think he's only 23. Here's Wilkin again off the right foot, hits a Hopkinson Rovers leg. Eden picks it up, he's lost it. Was it stolen? Yes, it was. 2 men in the tackle, and the referee says it was yanked out.
That's a big call, that is. I'd like to see that again, because though Wilkin, it was a one-on-one tackle. Let's have a look. For me, that was loose before Ohio went in. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, I think he's dropped it. I think Wilkin tries to steal it one-on-one there, and he's dropped it forward.
Might even have been a steal before the second man had got
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'm thinking. But one thing, the difference is now is that I think Ian Millwood said before the game, the kicking game, or you, Brian, the kicking on the last tackle, Dobson is putting the high kicks up and causing problems in St Helens' defence. Whereas Wilkin, because he's primarily a left footer, when he's going right, he can only put the grubber through. They've got to put the high ball on Greg Eden.
We've seen some cracking cup ties at this ground over the last few years. Hopkinson Rovers, when they were a lower division side, embarrassing Warrington, who were top of the tree at the time. Certainly a Super League team. Warrington coming here and winning with a golden point extra time. Drop goal from Lee Breers. We might have golden point here again today, the way it's going. Remember, if it's all square after 80 minutes, straight to golden point. Hopkinson Rovers have to score again if they're going to put St Helens out of sight. St Helens have to score again to give themselves a chance. That went backwards. The referee decides.
Big call.
Here's Gardner. Not many of his mates out there. I don't know.
I think that's forwards.
Hold it, hold.
7.5 minutes to
Go,
play.
three.
Game in the balance. Still.
4. Move. Go.
O'Hare.
4.
McCarthy Scarsbrook. He's offloaded to Soliola. Soliola offloads again and finds a bit of width on this left-hand side for Turner. Turner with a step. Nice footwork by him. He gets it back to Josh Jones. Jones picking the way through. This now is Meckinson. Oh, he had a runner on the inside in Wilkin. Couldn't get the pass away. Instead he takes tackle 5. So here comes the last. Over to Howard. Howard has a look. It's the last tackle here. Percival, he doesn't know it's the last tackle. Gone down with the ball in his hands. And Hopkins, the Rovers, very relieved to get their hand over.
Yeah, that's the difference. As I mentioned earlier, the last tackle play. Just a bit more control with Dobson.
Here's David Hodgson.
Move. Get square. All right. Go.
Hopkins, the Rovers, trying to force their way back downfield.
Move.
It's a nervous time if you're a coach. It's a nervous time if you're a supporter of either of these two teams. A Wembley Challenge Cup final at stake at the end of this long road. The very first step here today, but what a big step it would be for one of these. Having got rid of one of their Super League opponents. Is that another 6? Yes, it is. The Hopkins to Rovers players called for it, the referee gave it. Here's Pear. Mickey Pear.
First. Move.
Brother Lapini's playing with Catlin, of course. The two Pear boys. There's another brother who's playing in the NRL, isn't there? He took some feeding in the younger days.